Welcome to our African Meets TV channel. Keep enjoying yourself with our story. Once upon a time in a village named Akonga lived a kind widow woman named Clara. Clara's husband died in a motor accident some years back. Clara was loved by everyone in the village. She had 6 beautiful children who brought joy and laughter wherever they went. Sadly, one terrible year, everything changed. One by one, Clara's children fell sick. Despite Clara's best effort to care for them, they passed away one after the other. All of them died in a single day. The villagers were heartbroken and couldn't understand why these terrible things was happening. Fear and sadness filled the whole village. As the month went by, some villagers started whispering among themselves. They couldn't believe why such terrible things could happen without a reason. There must be reason behind this. Maybe Clara is a witch, they began to say. Maybe she brought this curse upon herself and her children. Some even said she donated all her children to a group of which she belongs to. The rumor spreads everywhere in the village and grew louder and louder every day. So, within 2 days to 3 days, everyone in the village believed the rumors. Even the prince of the town, named Prince Henry, also believed the rumors. He was scared of the strange things happening in his village, Akonga, and thought the best thing to do is to ban Clara from the village because she is a witch. So the prince and the whole communities declared her banned from the village. You must leave Akonga at once. The whole villagers shouted at her. You are not welcome here anymore. You are a witch. They all shouted and shouted at her again. Clara was heartbroken. She had lost all her 6 children and now she was losing her home. With tears in her eyes, she packed a small bag and all her belongings and left the village she loved so dearly. She wandered through forests and over hills, finally finding a new home in another small peaceful village far away from Akonga. Clara worked hard every day. She planted a garden, cared for animals. By this, she became rich and helped anyone who came her way, giving people food for free and money for the children of the village to go to school. People in her new town saw how kind and hardworking she was. They didn't believe in the cruel rumor from Akonga. Over time, Clara became well known and well loved in her new village. She grew stronger and happier, though she always missed her children and her old home in Akonga. Years passed and Clara's good deed spread far and wide. People spoke of kind widow who had faced so much sorrow, yet continued to help others. One day, news of Clara's kindness reached Prince Henry. He couldn't believe what he was hearing about her. How could the woman we called a witch be so good and loving like this? Prince Henry decided to visit Clara himself. When he arrived at her village, he saw a peaceful place filled with flowers, animals, and happy people. Clara welcomed him with a gentle smile. She was surprised but pleased to see him. Clara, Prince Henry said, bowing his head, I was wrong as a prince. We were all wrong. You are not a witch. You are a kind and loving woman. Please, all of us in Akonga have had your good works here. How God has blessed you and how you have been helping people. Please, Clara, forgive us and come back to Akonga. The villagers and I want to apologize and make things right with you again. Clara looked at the prince for a long moment. She thought about her children and her old home and all the pain she had endured, but she also thought about the new friends she had made and the good she had done. With this, her heart swelled with a mix of emotions. Clara finally spoke, her voice gentle but firm. Prince Henry, it means a lot to hear your apology today, but I have found peace and happiness here, though I also miss Akonga, my lovely village. I will visit the village to see how things have changed one day. With that, Prince Henry returned back to Akonga. The following week, Clara entered the village. People gathered around, curious and nervous. They saw Clara not as the broken woman who left years ago, but as someone stronger, filled with kindness and grace. The villagers took turns apologizing to Clara. Old friends, neighbors, and even the children, who were now grown, came forward with tears in their eyes. "We are so sorry, Clara," they all shouted. "We were wrong to believe those terrible things about you. Can you ever forgive us?" Clara's heart felt with softened as she saw the sincerity in their faces. "I forgive you," she said warmly. Fear and sadness can make people do unkind things, especially when uncommon incidents happen around us. I can understand. Let's start anew and make Akonga a place filled with love and kindness. Clara spent the day in Akonga, talking with the villagers and sharing stories of a new life. She saw that the village had changed too. There were new houses, new faces, and new hope. The villagers had learned from their mistakes and wanted to make Akonga a better place. Please subscribe, like, and give your comment below in order for YouTube algorithm to notify you whenever we post another new interesting African myth story like this. The story continues. Prince Henry asked Clara to stay in Akonga permanently, but Clara had grown to love her new home. "I have a new friend in my new village," she said, "but I will be visiting often and often and help Akonga, my former village, in any way I can." The villagers understood and respected Clara's decision. They promised to keep Akonga a place of kindness and support, where no one will ever be judged unfairly again. Every time Clara visited, she brought gifts from her garden, helped with village projects, and taught the children about compassion and forgiveness. Years went by. Akonga village became known as a village of love and understanding. Clara's visits were always special, and each time she came, the villagers celebrated with feasts and stories in the village. They never forgot the lesson they had learned from the pain and redemption of their past. One evening summer day, as the sun set over Akonga, the villagers gathered for a special celebration. Prince Henry had declared a day to honor Clara and the kindness she had shown. They built a beautiful garden in her name, filled with flowers that symbolized hope, love, and forgiveness, and the joy of loving her. Clara stood in the garden. She felt the warmth of their love and the joy of knowing that despite all the hardship, she had made a difference. She looked up at the sky and whispered a thank you to her children, knowing that they were watching over her with pride. And so, Clara's story became a legend in Akonga village and beyond. A story of sorrow turned to joy. A story of fear also turned to understanding, and of a woman whose strength and kindness changed the hearts of the entire village. Even though she lived in a different village, Clara's spirit and lessons continue to blossom in Akonga forever. Once again, Clara's spirit and lessons continue to blossom in Akonga forever and forever. Thanks for watching to the end of the story. Expect more of this very soon. Please kindly subscribe, like, and give your comment on our channel in order for YouTube algorithm to notify you whenever we post another new interesting African mystery like this. Thanks for watching.